Wednesday night the Cubs completed a 3-game sweep of the Marlins. To be sure, this Marlins team has a very good chance of posting the worst record in the National League. But all a team can do is win the games that were scheduled. Certainly, the Cubs faced a similarly undermanned Marlins team last March, April and split a 4-game set. This Cubs team has now won 7 of 10. The 3 losses were all games that featured a good performance by an opposing starter and a save of more than the usual 3 outs. The Cubs are in a groove right now. Even when they lose, they are in it down to the end. All of this is done with nominal contributions from Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Kyle Schwarber and Jon Lester. Of course, if this team is going to compete for a championship, that group of players is going to need to be a big part of it. But right now, they are finding ways to win, including flat-out dominating the Marlins in this series. The group of Jason Hayward, Javier Baez, Wilson Contreras and Daniel Descalso is presently carrying this team offensively. On the other side of things, Jose Quintana and Cole Hamels have thrown 29 innings of 1-run ball over 2 starts apiece. If Kyle Hendricks can get locked in and Jon Lester comes back healthy, we can finally see what this rotation can do. With that, we turn our attention to yesterday's game as we look at what WPA had to say about heroes and goats. As always, the heroes and goats are determined by WPA, win probability added. Here's a good explanation of how WPA works and are not in any way subjective. Many days WPA will not tell the story of what happened, but often it can give at least a glimpse to who rose to the occasion in a high-leverage moment or who didn't get the job done in that moment. Also note, for the purposes of heroes and goats, we ignore the results of pitchers while they are batting and hitters while they are pitching. With that, we get to the results. Game 17, April 17th, Cubs 6 at Marlins 0, 8-9, 3 heroes, superhero, Daniel Descalso, .204. In 3 plate appearances, Daniel collected a single, a double, and 3 RBI. He started the scoring with an RBI single in the second and the Cubs coasted from there. Over 49 plate appearances as a Cub, he owns a line of .364, .429, .523, WRC 151. If this continues, it's going to be twice as difficult for Addison Russell to crack the lineup. Hero, Cole Hamels, .199. Cole hasn't walked a batter now since the 4th inning of his start on March 31st. You may recall that 4th inning was one in which Cole had 2 different walks that included a number of close calls that he didn't get and ultimately ended with a grand slam. That inning led to 2 of the 3 walks Cole has allowed in 26 innings and 5 of the 8 runs. You can't just remove the 1 inning that went poorly from someone's record, but people would be talking about Cole as an early Cy Young candidate without that inning. Last night Cole threw 7 innings and allowed only 3 hits and struck out 8. Sidekick, Javier Baez, .095. Javi lost his stretch of 3-hit games. He still got 2 hits. He also drove in 2 runs and scored 2 as well. His homer in the 8th capped the scoring. That's 11 hits in his last 18 plate appearances. Included are 4 doubles, 2 homers, 6 runs scored and 6 driven in. That elevated his season numbers to .324, .351, .635, WRC 152, 3 goats. Honorable mention, Cole Hamels, hitter, -.049. Cole was hitless in 3 at-bats. There wasn't a lot of negative for the Cubs in this one. Billy Goat, Ben Zobrist, -.045. Ben was hitless in 4 at-bats and struck out twice. After a hot start at the plate, Ben is now hitting just .158, .292, .158 WRC 34 over his last 24 plate appearances. He is still looking for his first extra base hit of the season. GOAT, Anthony Rizzo, -.028. The struggles continue for Anthony. He was hitless in another 4 at-bats yesterday. He struck out once. kid, David Bodie. .000 David struck out in a pinch hit at bat in the ninth. WPA play of the game, Javier Baez batted with 2 outs and a runner on second in the second inning. The Cubs were up 1-0. He singled in the second run and then advanced to second on the throw home. .111 He'd go on to score the Cubs' third run. Marlins play of the game, Cole Hamels batted with a runner on first and 2 out in the second. He flew out. .044 After Chad Wallach's homer in Monday's game, the Marlins offense went Mia. Cumulative standings top-bottom 3. The Cubs have now won 5 of 6. The D-backs have won 3 in a row, but it follows a 4-game losing streak. They also have a game early this afternoon against the Braves in Atlanta before coming to Chicago. Kyle Hendricks will be on the mound for the Cubs. He is 0-3 with a 5.40 ERA over 13 and a third innings to start the year. In 21 career starts in March, April, Kyle is 5-8 with a 4.18 ERA. So this isn't exactly uncharted territory. On an even bigger level, Kyle is 21-24 with a 3.59 ERA in the season's first half. He is 31-12 with a 2.66 ERA in the second half. Kyle is certified slow starter. He's faced the D-backs 4 times in his career and is 2-1 with a 2.49 ERA over 25 and a third innings of work. Arizona's team has a team ops of .804. That's boosted in small part by a pitching staff that has 2 homers and a double from Zach Greinke, 3 hits and 9 at-bats from Zach Godley and a 1.000 ops out of Luke Weaver, who also has a home run in 5 plate appearances. Even without Paul Goldschmidt, this has been a dynamic offense, 9th in ops. Merrill Kelly will be the starter for Arizona. He is 1-1 with a 3.79 ERA in 19 innings of work. He has a 17 thirds K/BB ratio. Last time out, he was a loser after giving up 8 hits, 1 walk and 4 runs in 5 innings. He has allowed 1 homer in each of his 3 starts so far this year. Kelly is actually a 30-year-old rookie. He's pitched in Korea for the last 3 seasons. Before that, he was developed in the Rays system. 19 innings is a very small amount of data, but so far Kelly has allowed a .610 ops against right-handed hitters and a .840 against left-handed hitters. He's allowed an identical .689 ops at home and on the road. The D-backs have a team 5.36 ERA. Oddly, Kelly is their only starter who is off to a good start. Archie Bradley, 2.00 ERA, 9 innings, Yohan Lopez, 1.29 ERA, 7 innings, and Greg Holland, 0.00 ERA, 7 innings, 4 saves, have all been very good out of the pen. A pair of Matts have been struggling out of their pen, Matt Koch, 15 ERA over 9 innings and Matt Andreazzi, 4.66 ERA over 9 2/3 innings. Yoshihisa Hirano has also struggled with a 6.43 ERA over 7 innings. Poll who was the Cubs player of the game? 0% Daniel Descalso, 0 votes, 92% Cole Hamels, 12 votes, 7% Javier Baez, 1 vote, 0% other, 0 votes, 13 votes total vote. Now let's block ads. Why?